So happy Wednesday. Thank you for joining me for our weekly training for IPCs or members alike. Today I actually wanted to go through two key events that are happening in 2021. Now, I know that's a year away, but the time to qualify for those events is this year. So I think what happens is we tend to get to look at the events happening right now and we haven't got time to actually qualify for them, so we sort of stop for a minute instead of looking at what we do have to qualify for and taking the time to be able to set our goals and our targets and actually achieve those, and then know that we have a reward coming up that we have qualified for in 2021. So then you get to start saving up your holiday money as well. So the idea behind that is to go through some of the two key events that are coming up next year. There is other events that will be on, and probably naturally by hitting some of these targets in these two that I'm going to show you about will get you to some of those other events as well. So usually when we're qualifying for something that requires similar qualifications to other events or other activities, you usually see yourself also falling into those. And of course, we would let you know if it looks like you're tracking towards something and help guide you along the way and ensure that we don't let you miss out where possible. So let's get started. So let's have a look at our first event. So the first event coming up shortly, well not shortly, in 2021 will be our Regional Business Summit. Now this is going to be a very cool event. It is in Africa. There will be a safari opportunity, so you can go and do what everyone would want to do in Africa, and that is go on safari. I've done it, it's amazing. So there will be an event, so we'll have an IPC event with all of our business leaders in the region. And after that, I think after that, or before, I'm not sure exactly yet, but those that qualify or those that are there will either have it paid for by us or they will be paying for it themselves, depending on how well you go through your qualifications, have a 2-day experience of a safari in Africa. Now, I just wanted to show you a video, and it is just a quick one that's been put together. It's not the official one, so let's not hold me to it, but it's a cool video that one of my co-workers in one of the other markets actually put together, and I really liked it, so I thought I'd share that with you today. So let's go. Alrighty, so that's a little cool clip of what you would see if you went on safari in Africa. Oh, you don't want to watch it again. Well, I would like to watch it again. So, how are you going to get yourself there? Well, firstly, we need to engage in building our business. So for the first time, the Latin America, Europe, Middle East, and Africa regions with Australia and New Zealand are coming together as a region in this beautiful continent of Africa. Now, the qualification period, as I've said, is now. So it started January 1st. It will end December 2020. So you have a whole year to work towards achieving this. And you can take this step by step, or you could smash it out and go the highest qualification, straight up. It doesn't matter, but you've got a year to be able to get this done. So the event date, we haven't confirmed it yet, but we're probably thinking it's going to be about March 2021. So here's the qualification. So you need to increase your average QPV, your average QV6 on personal volume of 2019 by 4,800 QV. Okay, and you need to have 3 qualified corals. They don't actually have to be new corals. They need to be 3 qualified corals, and you need to have the volume of 4,800 increased over your QV6 average from 2019. Now that number, I can get that for you. You just need to let me know, but we will shortly have that up onto the Morinda back office. So you can actually, we'll be able to log into there and see your average QV6 volume. Now for the first level, this is just the first level and get you the rewards I'm about to tell you. You need to do that 2 months during the qualification periods. Okay, so you'll have your average from last year. You need to build that up by 4,800 points and have 3 qualified corals, and you need to have done that twice. Okay, so you needed to build it and then maintain it for another month, or build it back up again and to the 4,800 increase over your QV6. The reward for that first step is an invitation to the event. So obviously you are invited to come along to the event, and we will provide you with 4 days and 3 nights of lodging for 2 people. So you pay for your flights, but we're going to pay all of your accommodation. Second level for you to work on. Increase your average QV6. So we're always going to have the same average that we're working on, okay? So I won't keep repeating that for us. But you've got your average QV6 from 2019. You need to increase that by 12,000 points and have 3 qualified corals again. Again, they don't have to be new, but you need to have 3 personally sponsored corals in your first line. You do this in 2 months of the qualification period. So somewhere between now and December, 2 months, you need to increase by 12,000. For that, we'll be actually giving you the accommodation, your invitation, and we will include the flight for 1 and a safari excursion for 1. Okay, so this is going to give you accommodation for 2 people, 1 return flight for 1 of you, and 1 safari. I just had 2 fingers. 1 safari excursion after the event. Third, and the ultimate one we all want to hit, is that you increase your volume by 12,000 points, 3 qualified corals, but you actually do this for 4 months. Okay, so the above one is 2 months. This one is you actually do it for 4 months during the qualification period. And the reward for that is that the both of you have your accommodation, the both of you have flights, and the both of you are going to go on safari. So all your friends are going to be wanting to buddy up with you because they want to be on this trip with you. If not, obviously your partner you'll take along, or a family member, whatever you desire. But those are the 3 levels that you can work towards achieving to have your trip paid for ultimately, and your accommodation and your safari. Now that's pretty cool. I would say that this requirement, the level of requirement they were asking for compared to what the reward is it's really off track. I mean, achieving Jade, just by achieving Jade, that is actually going to allow you, if you're a new Jade, it's going to allow you to possibly get an invite towards some other events. But it is actually still building your business. So on those months, we're still paying you commissions, right? It's not like you need to hit that title and then we don't pay the commissions that month. So, of course not. We are going to pay all your normal commissions, so you get all your normal benefits of having built your business, and your commissions that you get by maintaining that business, and then obviously the rewards of event travel. So just some of the rules of the qualification. The qualifications, as I said, does not have to be consecutive. So you could do 2 months in a row, just get it done, and then you can maybe work on doing the other 2. So maybe if you set your first target of do the 4,800, then you can keep building from that. The corals can be new or existing ones, like I said. The average is off your 2019 QV6 personal volume. And this event is only for members within our region. This does include Australia and New Zealand. The reward is not transferable, okay? So if you can't transfer it to cash or any other service, if you're unable to make it to the event, which would totally suck, sadly that it's not transferable, but obviously you would have built a business and increased your commission check along the way anyway. So there is still always a reward in building business with Only by New Age. And that reserves, Nobody New Age reserves the right to modify, change, or adjust the contest rules without prior notice. Generally, we're not going to do that. Okay, so second event that we want to shoot for, and it does play alongside the RBS qualifications, which is good. So by working towards one, you're actually working towards two. The GBS for 2021 will be a convention held in Salt Lake City. A lot of people like to head back to our home office and see that it's actually a really cool city if you've never been there. It's a good experience. Go to the manufacturing facility, all the things over there. Home office is always good to see. So this event is going to be open to absolutely everyone to attend. However, if you want us to pay for some of that, then we have got some qualification points in here for us to pay those benefits. So let's help you out with those. So the qualification period, the same as the RBS, is now. So it started January 1st, will end December 31st, 2020. The Tier 1 benefit, which is one night's hotel paid for, is you need to be personally paid as Jade or above and increase your QV6 personal by 12,000. Again, over this 2019 personal baseline. Tier 2, for 2 nights hotel, is that you actually need to be personally paid as Jade as above, but increase that personal volume by 24,000. Tier 3, for 3 nights accommodation, is that you increase that by 36,000. And Tier 4 is that you increase that by 48,000, 4 nights hotel, flights, IBC, and a guest. So again, the ultimate for us to want to get is Tier 4. But it is just, there's different scales here along the way. So just so I know, just to clarify, and I think you guys know this, but QV is actually standing for qualifying volume. So all products that have a QV status against them that you purchase from us is volume that counts towards your business. Now that volume then converts into, the volume of those products also has a commissionable value, and that's where we calculate the commissions that you earn from that. So we have 2 things that we refer to oftentimes in our 90 by New Age business is our QV, which is our qualifying volume. It's what qualifies us for our events. It qualifies us for our ordership. And then we have our CV, which is our commissionable value. And that is basically the commissionable value of a product that has QV, and that's where we base the commissions that we pay to you. So if we say we pay 20% personal rebate, 20% personal rebate is based off the CV of that volume that's qualifying for the payout. Okay, so just so you understand that. And when we say 6 levels, this means that through 6 generations. So the volume is counting from you all the way through 6 generations down from you. So people that you have referred into doing business with you, and business partners that they have then referred on and on through 6 levels. So any volume all the way through till 6. If your business is actually only 3, that's okay. It's all of the volume in that 3 that you're trying to build up. And obviously the more you can inspire other people to want to do similar to you, you're going to help build that network down, or you could have a strategy to build that yourself along with key business partners in your team. So the important part here is to know your 2019 QV6 personal average baseline and then set your targets and your goals towards the event. So we can get that to you. Like I said, though, it will be coming up into the Morinda back office shortly. We're hoping to have a tracking set up there so you can actually see how you're going, because you don't obviously want to have a great booming business happen, get the volume and not get a component part of it. Like, I think by default you probably would have this happen, but you don't want to increase your volume and not have your 3 corals, for example, okay? So you want to make sure you're tracking your business, set out some targets, work with other key leaders in your network or other people that you inspire into doing business with you. Make sure they know about these events, and so that they can also set a target for themselves to get to Africa or get to Utah, or maybe through all of these efforts they'll get themselves to one of our trips in Tahiti, to some of our cruises that we have all over the world. It is a great experience at these events. If you've never been to one, you need to get to one. You need to see how much of an amazing event that Morinda or 90 by New Age puts on the facilities that we offer you, just the locations that we go to are absolutely amazing. So thank you very much for taking the time to join me for my training today. I am more than happy to go into this further detail with you if you want to reach out to us by messaging us in Facebook or dropping us an email or giving us a call. We can go through that together and we can help build a plan together. So thank you very much. I hope that you have a fantastic day. And again, any questions, please don't hesitate to yell out. Just